Hey guys, so it's me, that dope hippie girl, and it's officially March. Like 2019 is just coming at us. So, for those of you who've been following me, you know that I am on a weight loss journey because I want to be completely rid of Big Pharma, and so there are some lifestyle changes that I needed to make in order to reach my goal weight of 250 pounds to get off all my meds and be free of Big Pharma. So every month I have a workout that I do, usually provided by one of my girlfriends. I come up with a playlist and I increase my numbers of steps, how many minutes I want to move around each month, because you should be, constantly growing and being able to endure more as you grow in your journeys. And I also have a goal weight set for every month at the end of the month for how much weight I want to have lost. Um, my goal weight for the end of February was for me to be at 271 pounds. For my newcomers, I started this journey in November and I was at 292 pounds. And I want to get down to 250. Um, my goal for February was to be down to 271 pounds, like I said, and I weighed in at 272. I'm not going to say it didn't take a lot out of me. Seeing that scale say 272 instead of 271 really fucked me up. It didn't matter that I had lost the other pounds. What mattered was that I did not lose that one. And so I kind of had a whole ass moment with myself and had to sit myself down. So I'm going to be transparent with y'all. I'm going to like this blunt and I'm going to be transparent with you. So, first of all, it was not fucking easy. It wasn't. Also, as you can see, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, um, I was locking my hair for 2 years. After my mom died, that was the thing that I did to kind of heal and put myself in a space where I could focus on something that would bring a positive outcome and that would involve my own personal beauty and growth. And that was a really dark time for me after my mom died. And then I looked up and I was like, I'm not in that space anymore. Um, it is officially March of 2019, and I have not been depressed all year. Not even for 10 minutes. There's been no sadness. There have been no episodes, and that is worth celebrating. My mom's birthday was February 12th. And that was the first birthday or holiday since she died that I woke up and I was not depressed. And like that shit was worth celebrating. And so I kind of missed my fro. Hey, fro. And so I combed all my locks out. It took a few weeks, but I really miss my fucking fro. Like, I'm so fucking happy with this fucking big dumbass afro bush shit, man. Y'all just don't understand. Don't get me wrong, I love my locks too. But I just wasn't in that space anymore. And that's, usually how people do it when you have locks. There's some life changing event and you say, you know what? It's time for that hair to go. I mean, just black women in general, this is what we do. After a breakup or after you change something drastic like your job or you move, it's the first thing we do. Either cut our hair or color our hair. So that's what I did. But going back to February, the last week of February was by far the hardest for me. And I'll explain. What basically happened was, in an effort to maximize um, my weight loss, I looked at a juice cleanse. It was a 10-day juice cleanse. I had heard such great things about this juice cleanse. I mean, it was just fruits and vegetables. And that was your meal for the day. And I could have done it altered. And I tried to do it altered. I lasted 5 days, but I was really weak given my particular medical needs. It just wasn't a good fit for me. I probably should have done a little more research for somebody with my medical needs, if this was a good look for me or not. But I was so weak, y'all. So you see, my water bottle is always nearby. As close as this water bottle is to me, I was so weak by like day 3 or 4. I couldn't reach in front of me and pick my bottle up to drink. And that was a problem for me. So because of that, I was unable to work out. Let's take a moment for that. Not being able to work out was really probably the nail in my coffin because I really enjoy working out. I find it to be very soothing, very calming. I don't go to a gym. I don't have a personal trainer. I work out at home in my basement alone. Most of the time I'm naked because I find that I've never had bad body image or low self-esteem or anything like that, and I've always loved my body no matter how fluffy or how it's shaped. But I find that you fall more in love with yourself the more you do things naked. You become used to seeing your naked body, and it's just like, oh, look at me. You know what I mean? It's an exercise in self-love when you do things naked. And so, and it's just freeing for me. I just wish we could do everything in life naked. So, not being able to work out really, like, that fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie. That fucked me up on a mental level. Like, I felt like I wasn't able to go hard. Like, I wasn't able to really achieve my goals. I wasn't able to do anything. And instead of being patient with myself and understanding that you are physically unable to work out, it's not that you're being lazy or you're being unmotivated or you're being, trifling or anything like that. I internalized it. I did. And I was so rough on myself. And then when I got on that scale and saw that I had only come down to 272, man, listen, I had a fucking fit in this house. I was crying. I was upset. I said to my wife, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just be fat for the rest of my life and be on this medication like all the rest of the fat black people in America. And she turned and looked at me like I was stupid as shit. And she said, you're going to let that 1 pound really hinder you from all the progress that you've made. It is March. I started this journey in November and I've lost 20 pounds. I had to really tell myself, keep fucking going. And I have tears in my eyes because one of the things that I had to work on in 2018 was that I just let things go. I give up on things and I'll just be like, I don't want to do this no more. Fuck it. I don't like it. I don't like the direction it's going in. Or I would say, yeah, this is hard. I don't work this hard for this. And I'm out. And so 2018, I spent cultivating myself out of that culture of giving up on shit just because it's hard or just because it doesn't serve, my immediate pleasures. And I'm glad that I did because otherwise this journey that I'm on to get off these meds would not be possible. It just wouldn't be possible. It just wouldn't. But so the juice cleanse, not being able to actually work out, that fucked with me. But anyone who knows me personally know that I always look for the silver lining. And so what I did learn from that juice cleanse was a way to ensure that I have all of my fruit and vegetable servings for the day and how to plan a sensible meal. Because when you bust your ass to lose weight, you kind of don't want to put fuck shit in your body. And it's like, it comes by default. It's not even something that you fucking plan. You know what I mean? Like when you've been eating a certain way and you notice your skin clearing up, or you notice your hair a little thicker, a little shinier, you notice those pants that never quite fit comfortably, you fit them now and you're like, oh, I look cute. All of that plays when you're like, damn, I haven't eaten all day, I'm on my way home. Maybe I should just stop at Taco Bell. And you be like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? It kind of forces you into maintaining those good habits. And so that's my report for the second installment of Fuck Big Pharma, because February tried to take me out. You know what? It was them Pisces. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this. The beginning of February with the Aquarius and all their love and their vibes and shit, it was zen like a motherfucker. The end of February, when those Pisces started marching, that's when everything went to shit for me. And it was just like, what's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening here? I don't know what's going on. Is this a retrograde? Like, Pisces fucked it all up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But February was hard, but I still made it. I was still able to lose some weight. So, while that 1 pound is stressing me out, I've added that 1 pound to my goal for March. And so, hopefully, at the end of March, I'll be looking at 263 pounds with no problem. We're going to pray on it. We're going to bust our asses. As usual, I always have my planner. I don't know about anybody else who's on a weight loss journey, but what I was doing and what I'm going to continue to do is every day that I work out, I write what I did. Even my days off, you know what I mean? Like, document that you took a day off, that you just weren't feeling well, but document that. And utilize any apps that help you stay on your shit. I have a Fitbit. I love the Fitbit app. It just works well for me. But I guess, what I want to leave you guys with for this video is that it's not going to be easy. It's not. There are going to be times when it's going to feel damn near impossible. But the strength comes from you. You can do this. You will do this. You are doing it. Look at where we are and what progress you've made so far. So keep fucking going. Keep going. You just think about it like this. You're doing it for a reason, because you want something. Remember that why. If you remember the why and you always keep that in mind, there's no such thing as quitting. Even with how hard it got in that one day where I was really frustrated and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just be fat. It didn't sound, coming out of my mouth, it didn't sound like my reality. And so I'm still going, and I want everybody who's been busting their ass to change for the better. I want you to keep going, because whether I know you or not, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for everybody who's genuinely trying to make themselves a better person, whether it's your health or if it's just, who you are as a person. I've also been reading. I love to read, and I had gotten out of reading for leisure, and I told myself in 2019 that I was going to read books for leisure that better me. January, I read The Four Agreements, and I would not have been able to get through February had I not read The Four Agreements in January. I read it when I was younger, but at this point in my life, in my late 30s, it had a completely different meaning. And I mean, holding on to those agreements in every situation that I have been approached with of conflict or turmoil has really made the turning point for me. For February, I read Charlemagne the God, his first book, Black Privilege. Man, listen. If you have an asshole in your life and you don't understand that motherfucker, read this book. I feel like Charlemagne and I are fucking soulmates after reading this book. And so, of course, naturally, for March, my birth month, I'm reading Shook One, also by Charlemagne, and the basis of this book is about dealing with his anxiety, which is something that hit close to home also. Why I'm drawn to him is he's from South Carolina, and he proudly talks about it. And my dad, whom I love dearly, he's my best friend. He's from South Carolina. And so I'm always drawn to anyone from South Carolina. And so that prompted me to read his first book. And then this one, again, if you've been following me, you know that my struggles with anxiety and depression, naturally, to see someone in the mainstream media, a black man, come out and be able to speak about anxiety is intriguing, and I'm looking forward to delving into this book the way I enjoyed Black Privilege. So that's it. I will talk to you guys at the end of March, and hopefully I will have better news than that 1 fucking pound. Stay dope, y'all.